What is going on, guys? This is the Inside the Boot Podcast, episode number 37, and we are back. It's been a bit since we've recorded one of these episodes, but we are back. We're in a completely different state, completely different place, but we're still going to give you the best content here. For now, we are just recording in my dorm, but hopefully in the future we find some other spots around to, get better lighting and stuff. I always try to make these videos the best I can. But let's get right into it. This is episode number 37. We're talking about the New York Yankees, and the Baby Bombers are here. The Baby Bombers are here. Jason Dominguez has already hit a home run. Austin Wells has already gotten a base hit. Everson Perez drove in a few runs. The youth is here. The youth is here, and the Yankees are trying to get younger because they're a veteran team. That's just the easiest way to put it. Is they're a veteran team, and this team, you need to see your prospects play. And I think this is a perfect time to. You're out of the playoff race. You're out of. Your chances are 0 to winning the AL East, as they are about 18 games back, some sort of that. But it's 10 plus, so it's it's 10 plus games that they are um out of a first place spot, and they have 0 chance of making the wild card as well. So the Yankees are gonna miss the playoffs for the first time in a bit, and this is just a step back. It's just a step back from the team. And that's probably what's best for the team and what's best for management, because they have a huge payroll of $280+ billion, and they built a bad team, and that happens. That happens. I mean, it's just that you don't really see it from the New York Yankees, because usually they're always in the hunt. Usually they're always in a playoff spot. Usually they're always fighting for a World Series, to always, one of the top dogs of the AL, and to have them not in it this year is definitely a new change, but it's probably for the better. I mean, now the Yankees are starting to call up their top prospects. Austin Wells got the call up. Jason Dominguez got the call up. And in the first at bat Jason Dominguez has is against future Hall of Famer Justin Verlander, and he takes Justin Verlander deep into that short porch and left. A very good swing, and I just really like Jason Dominguez's swing a lot. I think it's MLB ready. I think it's really, I think the hype around his name so far has been good. He's really lived up to the hype so far. It's only been 2 games though, so I mean, I do need to see a bigger sample size, more like 15, 20 games. But another thing is Harrison Bader is no longer on the team. He went to the Cincinnati Reds. This is a different team now. Now it's really just Aaron Judge and the Baby Bombers. And Aaron Judge is trying to carry this team and end on a good note. But another thing is that I really like the Rodon and Wells duo. I don't know what it was, but I feel like those two really play well together. And first game for Rodon, with Wells behind the plate, I thought it went well. I mean, yeah, Jose Abreu took um Rodon deep, but I thought Rodon's stuff was good. But another thing I need to see out of Rodon is a third pitch. He can't just throw sliders and fastballs. It is too predictable, and I need to see him really use his curveball more. Maybe even a changeup or some sort of sinker or something. I need another pitch out of Rodon in his arsenal. He's gonna get lit up time and time again, because it's so easy for a hitter to see what's coming. It's either you're seeing a fastball that's going to track around 94, 97, or you'll see a slider, and that's very easy to predict. But regardless, I really liked how Rodon pitched. The contract right now hasn't been amazing because he hasn't been on the field all the time, but regardless, I still like how I still think Rodon is going to be a big piece in this bullpen, in this rotation. Sorry, in the future. Him, Cole, and whoever they decide to put in as well, because we don't know the future of Luis Severino. I mean, he's definitely kind of ran himself out of town with how he's pitched this year, and Cole, he's had a few good starts, but it wasn't against amazing teams. His recent start against the Astros, I thought was good, except for those 2 innings where he allowed a few runs, and that just I don't know if I see Severino on this team next year, to be totally honest with you. And it sucks because you've seen Severino, you've seen him ball out too against top teams, and this year he just didn't look like himself at all. But another thing is, the Yankees won 2 series in a row now. They beat the Houston Astros, and they just beat the Detroit Tigers. The Detroit Tigers are not good, and the Houston Astros are good. So good for the Yankees to get that huge win, that huge series win, even though it's really just nothing because you're not making the playoffs, and you're not making the playoffs. That's just the bottom line. I mean, another thing from that Verlander game is the Yankees played very good against Justin Verlander, and usually when the Yankees are in Houston and Justin Verlander's on the mound, he's throwing a 2-hit, 1-run game, and the Yankees got him on early with a DJ LeMahieu home run, the Martian hitting a home run, really good, really good. The Yankees, and previously Justin Verlander he was riding a 9-game streak of just quality starts. So it's 9 straight games before that game of very good pitching out of Justin Verlander. But the Baby Bombers are now here, and I'm really excited to see what they bring. They've only shown us 2 games what they got, but I already love it. Hitting the balls in the gap. I don't think they've really been overly chasing. I know sometimes when you get into the MLB, it's like you'll hitter happy and swing. You're swinging at pitches you don't normally swing at, but I think they've been very good at their selection. And how about them to beat Houston as well? I mean, that's nice. It's always nice to beat Houston, but you wish you could do it in the big stage in the postseason. But it's cool to get some wins. I think just the main goal for this team is just really just just finish on a high note. Don't you've already had your rock bottom, right? You've already had your rock bottom, and I don't think you can get really much worse than that. So I don't know. I mean, it's definitely fun to see these kids play because I've been wanting them to play for so long. But I think it's I talked about the future in previous episode, I believe. This gives me some more hope for sure. Seeing Jason Dominguez, battle and hit the ball well. Austin Wells playing good behind the plate. Anthony Volpe having a good, second half. I think in like the last 66 something games, or even since the chicken parm thing, he's batting 250, and I know 250 isn't elite all-star numbers, but it's been a lot better than what he was when he started playing. And I think his OPS as well is close to 800, which is very good. So I think, looking at this next year's type team, you look at it and you see this team as a very young team, and I don't know if you really see this team going after the big time players. I mean, this free agency class coming up is not very bright aside from the big name of Shohei Ohtani, but I don't think the Yankees are gonna, really throw in all the money to Shohei because they still have Giancarlo Stanton, and he's a DH pretty much every day, and that's what Shohei is. Shohei does not play the field at all, and he pitches as well. So I don't think the Yankees are getting Shohei. If that was any of you guys' questions, I know it would be really cool to get him. I mean, it'd be really cool, but I just look at the situation. I don't see things adding up. Um, and the Yankees, I don't mind them not spending money in the free agency. I mean, just let the youth develop, right? With the youth, you see it around baseball. You see it everywhere. The youth movement is in full effect. You see it with the Braves and even the Astros and particularly the Baltimore Orioles. Look how far they have come. I mean, this was a team 2, 3 years ago that the Yankees were just going to their Camden Yards ballpark and smoke them. Now, it's been tough for the Yankees to get wins in Camden Yards. Like they've been a good team this year, the Baltimore Orioles, and they're on pace to make the playoffs, like a guaranteed playoff spot. But the Yankees have a ton of talent in their farm system, and I'm very excited for the future of this team. Probably not spending as much money as they used to do. Just let them develop. I mean, I think personally, if you're going to spend money on someone, it's Cody Bellinger. And I know this is a 1-year wonder. How much you're going to pay him? What's your term? Maybe 3 years. 3 years, no more than 4. If he asks for 5, I don't know if I could do that. He's currently 27, I believe, so he's still in his prime ages. So he still has a lot of time in this league, and I think the Yankees could maybe take a gamble on him. I really do. And if it's only for 2 years, that's fine. 3 years at most. I know the Yankees have spent a lot of money on players, and they haven't panned out. Josh Donaldson in particular. That was probably one of Cashman's worst trades he's made as a GM. And Josh Donaldson was on a 2-year, $50 million contract, making $25 million a year. And the Yankees decided to say, "Oh, we'll take that from the Twins. Here you go. Here's Gary Sanchez and Gio Urshela as well." The trade will never make sense at all. But Josh Donaldson's now in the Milwaukee Brewers, so I mean, good luck to Josh Donaldson and the rest of his career. He's gone, and yeah, he is gone for good. But another thing is, I will definitely not be recording in here all the time. It does get very loud where I am, and I apologize for that, guys. But we're in college now, and it's a new setting, and I'm still gonna try and post content as much as I can. I appreciate you guys for subbing and watching the YouTube shorts. The Giants are gonna be up soon, so we'll probably be going live for those games, and hopefully, guys, hopefully we get a good Giants season. The Yankees season is slowly uh, being gone, and I guess I could say I'm thankful for that because the Yankees did not make it fun to watch. And the Rangers are coming up as well, but regardless, this has been the Inside Boot Podcast. I appreciate you guys watching, and as always, stay safe out there, guys. See ya.